Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this the AC Talks Tech, where Calvin and Jeremy get together to discuss tech from hopefully the past week and the past however
Wow.
long, and pretty much any tech we want to talk about. And you guys can ask us whatever you want about tech. Okay. Calvin's having some trouble finding our thing, so
No, there it is.
you found it?
Yeah, I'm not used to watching live streams.
Ah, okay. Okay. Actually, that's probably you watching us now.
Yes, it is.
Okay. No, I saw an article this morning on, and it included video, a three-seater car. Driver in front, two passengers in the back.
Okay. Two wheels in front, two in back, or
Yeah,
one in back?
two in front, one in, or two in front, two in back, but the front tapered down to a point.
Okay. I thought the whole reason people got away from cars like that, like the Reliant Robin, was because they weren't stable.
No, no, it has four wheels.
Oh,
Uh,
you said three passenger. I'm sorry.
yeah, it's two drivers, or it's one driver, two passengers. It's a three-seater car. Let me see if I can find it again.
No, no worries there if you can't.
It shouldn't be all that hard. I should just have to scroll through insane amounts of annoying crap on my Facebook feed.
Yeah, good luck with that.
I said it was this morning, so at least it won't be, a week gone already.
Yeah, buried a million miles underneath.
Yeah, but no, it actually looked like a pretty cool design, and it was. They were claiming that it was aerodynamically more efficient than the standard four-seat design.
Well, I suppose it could be. However, you're losing a passenger without shrinking the footprint of the car.
Actually, it was pretty damn small.
Yeah, but you could still just put two seats side by side in the front, same as the back. We have cars now with the driver's seat is in the center of the car.
Mm-hmm.
They're usually exotic cars, and people have difficulty driving them because they're used to being set to one side or the other, depending on the country.
Yeah, I know. Although this may actually help to eliminate stuff like that.
Not really. There's a reason you're put to one side of the car.
I know
It's
it's
not
so that
solely.
it's so that you can better deal with the line.
Yeah, it's so you can better judge missing oncoming traffic.
Yeah. What in the hell, guys? I didn't have to scroll through all this shit earlier.
It's Facebook. What do you expect? I know, I know. At least I haven't been ragging on Facebook like I used to.
Oh yeah.
No, I haven't.
Mm-hmm. Sure you haven't. And what do you call Facebook?
Well, we both call it antisocial networking.
Actually, I
It's
think I
showing.
refer to it as anti-social media.
No, same difference. Inviting someone to play Farmville with you is not making friends with them.
No. Inviting them over so that you can both watch an extraordinarily fucked up movie, on the other hand, is.
And hopefully, at the end of the movie, you're still friends.
Mm-hmm.
If not, the movie was a little bit too screwed up.
Depends on the movie.
Yeah, sure.
I am not finding it.
Well, like I said, it's not too terribly surprising.
Yeah, I know. Shit gets lost on Facebook all the damn time.
Yep.
But
so you
no,
can
it
keep it in
looks
there.
it looks kind of like an oversized F1.
Yeah, the reason F1 drivers are in the center is for crash protection. Same reason a lot of GT drivers are in the center.
Mm-hmm.
But we have people that can't drive cars now. You
I
put them
know.
another 2 feet away from the side of the car, and it won't be long before they're not 2 feet from the side of the car anymore.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, you'll suddenly have a lot more quartering front quarter head-on collisions.
Mm-hmm. I know.
So it's going to be one of those ideas that never makes it anywhere.
Oh, this one company was claiming that it's going to be the future.
But they all claim that. I can name all the way back into the 40s with the Tucker.
Yeah.
He implemented some really good ideas, and so far, only two of them have been picked up. And it's been 60 years.
Yep.
And one of the two that I know has been picked up is the steerable headlights, and that's generally only found on high-end luxury.
Yeah. For now, anyway. Give it 20 years.
Yeah, well,
Hasn't made it
this
to
is
a
next.
Saturn yet.
No, Saturn's a different company.
Ah.
Yeah, they haven't made Saturn in years. I don't think.
God, which one is it I'm thinking of? I'm thinking of a Top Gear quote.
Kia,
No, no.
I mean,
It was one of the high end luxury cars. They said, look at what it has today, and in 20 years, that's what will be standard on all cars.
uh, mm,
But it was.
Saturn wasn't a luxury car.
Okay.
You're thinking probably Bentley, maybe?
It may be Bentley. It could be any of them. It could be BMW for all I know.
Yeah,
It's been
Saturn
entirely
was
too
a
long since I've seen that show.
yeah. Saturn was a GM spin-off car company like Cadillac and Buick,
Okay.
and they
No,
haven't been in
I'm not
operation
finding it.
since 2010.
Yeah.
You're probably thinking Bentley, BMW, Mercedes. Hell, you might even be thinking Volvo,
I might be.
Audi. Although, given Audi and Volkswagen's troubles here lately, it might not be an Audi that you see stuff from in 20 years. Now, there's been a lot of stuff talking about this will revolutionize the industry, but that only works if your customers actually want to pick it up.
AC Ezio collection?
Oh, the Ezio.
No, it. Jay Nixon just asked about the AC Ezio collection. He was asking what we
Yeah,
thought.
I've heard about the Ezio a couple years ago from a coworker, a friend of mine.
Okay.
They look like they're going to be really nice cars. It's basically a car for when you only need to carry one or two people. I mean, they have very fuel efficient engines. They're rather small, so they have a small footprint. They're three wheel as opposed to four wheel. They're built like a Can-Am Spider, or I know there's another car that's built like that. I'm just drawing a blank on the name. Um,
Why is it that I'm
I
getting
have
nothing but Assassin's Creed pics when I search for the AC Ezio?
Assassin's Creed Ezio. That was the name of one of the main characters.
Ah, okay.
Assassin's Creed 2 Ezio Auditor. And searching for Ezio car doesn't help either.
No, it doesn't. Not at all.
Elio.
Hmm?
E- Echo Lima.
Elio.
India. Elio.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing something about that a while back, but my God, it looks so blocky, especially the back. I mean,
Are you on their website or?
no, I'm just looking at a Google image search for them. I
Yeah,
mean,
the back of it's kind of squared off, but it's deeper than you think. You can actually get a golf bag in the back.
well, no, I mean, I mean, there's one here that actually has a nice curved back, but most of the pictures I'm seeing, that ass is just a block. It could really use some curves.
Some of those could be concept art.
They could be.
Um, yeah, I've seen a video review of a guy that they flew out to the factory to ride in one of these, to drive it.
Okay.
They don't have very powerful engines. The one he was driving actually had a four-cylinder geometric engine that had maybe 70 75 horsepower.
Okay.
But because the cars are so small and light, it drove just like probably a mid-range Honda or Hyundai would power
Okay.
wise. So it's got a good power to weight ratio.
Now,
The
apparently, he is actually talking about Ezio. The AC. Think of AC Ezio collection.
hmm
He is actually talking about Assassin's Creed.
ah
Sorry, dude.
yeah, sorry about that.
I
Easy
actually
mistake for me.
don't play Assassin's Creed. I've never played any of them.
It's I haven't played any of the new ones. I quit keeping up with it when they just basically started. They started releasing floating eyeballs with wigs. So yeah, I'm assuming from the name, the Ezio Collection would be all the games, or at least a chunk of the games, in
Yeah,
one omnibus.
probably.
So that's what the Assassin's Creed One was the Middle East. Assassin's Creed Two was Rome and Italy. Three was three the one in the Civil War, Revolutionary War?
I, dude, I told you. Okay, it's two Brotherhood and Revelations is the Ezio
Okay,
collection.
yeah, Brotherhood's the one in the Revolutionary War, if I remember right.
Yeah,
Revelations, I don't remember.
Revelations.
Yeah, that's what I said. Revelations, I don't
Oh,
remember. Which is ironic considering the game revolves around going back into your memory.
yeah. Sorry, but I just don't consider it to be all that memorable.
Uh,
Of course, I've never really been a big parkour fan either.
well, I've got the first one. I played it and the second one. The second
Okay.
one was on Xbox, and they were good enough games. The first one was obviously a first game that could use some polishing, but the second one still stands as one of the better games that's been released in the past decade.
Okay.
Um, the AI was decent. I heard Brotherhood was good, but I haven't played anything since two.
As I said, I've never actually played the game, so.
Yeah, it's it's interesting. It's a think like a real time puzzle game.
Are we talking about something similar to Portal?
Kind of vaguely.
Okay.
It's first or third person view. I think it's got first person view. It may only be third person. Third person view. You have to find your target, get around his guards, or take out his guards without alerting everybody, and then take out the target.
Okay. It
So
reminds me entirely too much of Chronicles of Riddick, the
I
video
never
game.
played that. I never played that one actually.
I did, and it was a buttload of sneaking around trying to do shit that would be easier with a gun.
Oh yeah,
But then again, most of the time you don't have a gun. Most of the time, all that you really have is your bare hands. Until you manage to pick up a
yes,
shiv, at which point you can start shivving people to death.
yes, just like real life.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Ezio collection seems like it'd have enough good games to be worth the price
Probably would, in all honesty.
because it seems to be Brotherhood and the other newer ones that have so many bugs,
Mm-hmm.
and they're not including Assassin's Creed One, which always seemed kind of unfinished. It didn't have too much of a story to it.
It's a first game.
Yeah, it was a new IP. The mechanics are solid, but there's pieces missing to get it to match up to the other games.
Mm. So it was more of a deliberate. We didn't bother finishing it because we wanted to make it
No,
possible to
it's
integrate everything else.
no, it's we did what we knew how to do to get the game finished and polished.
Ah,
The
sounds
version
about
I've
right.
got, the version I have has very few bugs, but it's not a bad game. It's just they could have done more with it.
Hmm.
Assassin's Creed 2, they did do more with it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Hmm. Okay. Um, oh yeah,
it can
Becky
be
watched the Ghost in the Shell
trailer.
trailer this morning.
Yeah, that's his wife, by the way.
Yeah, my wife,
Yeah,
she's asleep right now, very pregnant and very tired.
yeah.
Um, yeah, she's not as much of a Ghost in the Shell fan as I am. In fact, I don't think she's ever even seen the first movie.
Hmm. And the trailer shows a lot of basic software porn. Yeah.
Yeah, basically. And she doesn't mind it in that particular respect. It's just a matter of she thinks it looks really interesting, but she doesn't get the discrepancies that I see, and she also doesn't see uh, the similarities that I see either. Because I see um, the similarities between the guy that they got to play Bato and Bato, and also sees the similarities between the Major and Scarlett Johansson and Aramaki and the guy that they got to play him, which is
Yeah.
really cool when you think about it, because finding actors who look like the characters when they're established characters like that can be a real pain in the butt.
It can be, but I'm going to have to treat it like it's just a different IP entirely with the same name because they're changing the story so much.
It's an AU.
I would I wouldn't even go that far. It sounds like a subplot that they would have in a Ghost in the Shell,
Yeah,
except it's centered on a character that had a set background.
I know. That's what's annoying the hell out of me, and that's what I told her is that is not the Major's background. She knows who she was. She knows who she was as a child. She remembers getting her first prosthetic body when she was a kid.
Yes, and she was in Special Forces with a good chunk of Section 9.
Mm-hmm.
She is not a prototype for conversion.
No.
She has basically an off-the-shelf body, even though it is restricted to operators,
Yeah.
people with high-level security clearance or a crap ton of money.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll have to see
I know. You were saying?
about.
I don't know. You were about to say something when I went off on Becky having watched the Gits um,
Uh,
trailer.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember what I was about to say.
I'm good at that,
It
aren't I?
was it was probably a comment about something else. Oh, I was about to say that the Assassin's Creed games can be played as just straight adventure games. You don't have
Okay.
to sneak around and do stealth for the most part. There is a couple areas that force you to. But
Yeah.
you can just jump down and start stabbing fools. But stealth is a big gameplay element that come out all the way lately.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much ever since Metal Gear Solid on the PS2.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Yeah, 'cause it was pretty much Metal Gear Solid, the sequels to it, Assassin's Creed. Mm, Dark Souls and Bloodborne don't really have a stealth element.
Okay.
So the From games, well, you can sneak by, but it's not a gameplay mechanic. It's a
Okay.
survival mechanic. When a late game character can be taken out in two hits by a powerful enemy in the early game, that's the same way Call of Duty introduced cover shooting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
Hmm. I'm gonna have to find that, or it's just gonna bug the hell out of me, isn't it? The worst part is that there is no way for me to just search for things that I liked this morning.
yeah, well, you said it was a car, correct?
Yeah, it is a bloody three-wheeled car, or three-seat
Three.
car, not three-wheeled, three-seat. My bad.
Yeah, yeah. The Snyder ST. No, that's four passenger three wheel. God damn it, Google, get your shit together.
No, this is a four-wheel, three-passenger.
Yeah, I know. It'll help if you put the quotes in there, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, you don't remember anything about the name.
No, I don't. I expected to be able to find it again if I wanted to talk about it.
Yeah, well, we see how well that worked out.
Yes, we do, unfortunately.
Who needs professionalism? I've heard of professionalism. I want nothing to do with it. Is this it? Was it a Renault by any chance?
I don't think that it was a Renault.
I'm gonna pronounce it my way. Leave me alone. Apparently, Renault has a three-seat electric car concept. Renault and Bolloré.
Hmm?
Either Renault or Bolloré.
No, I want to say this was one of the majors. This was
Oh
not
wow.
one of the minors. And I almost want to say that it may have been an American company.
So you're calling Renault a minor car company?
You know what I mean. When you think of cars, most of the time, Renault is not one of the first ones that you think of.
That's because we're American.
True enough.
Hmm.
And for some reason, people on Facebook think that posting pictures of beefcake is a acceptable diversion from political discussion.
I'm not even going to mention anything because I've been on Imager.
Worse.
Um, I do believe it was the day after the election. The stated goal of the users was to fill the front page with pictures of sea slugs.
Sounds about right.
Okay.
Damn it, how hard can it be to find one bloody post? Unless it's already been taken down, which is completely unlikely. Um,
Totally possible. It could have already been pulled.
yeah. Especially if it was a spoof or something.
Yeah, because I'm not finding anything on it.
Yeah, I saw a video the other day. It actually looked really cool, but when I went and looked it up on Snoop's, their whole thing was um, unconfirmed.
Yeah, because I can't find anything on it, and I'm actually fairly good at Google Foo.
Oh, so am I. And that's what's annoying the hell out of me is that I can't even find it through my Google Foo, and now I'm just reduced to having to scroll through my friggin' Facebook. And I know that I'm way past where I was when I first saw this thing. Because I'm getting into stuff from 18 hours ago.
Yeah.
Hell, I don't even
I,
remember half of this shit.
which is one of the reasons I don't use Facebook.
I know. It's only really good if you want something from the last half hour. All I know is that I liked it, and that was about it. Because I'm pretty much the only car freak in the family. We have a few bike freaks, but that's about as far as it goes. Oh, screw that. I am so done looking for that thing.
By the way, the AC channel is taken on YouTube, and it is apparently a very weird channel.
The what?
The AC channel.
Okay. Except that we are not the AC channel.
I'm aware of that, but you leave off one word. Yeah.
Hmm.
So you're gonna keep looking?
No, no, I am
Because
so
obviously,
done with that.
yeah,
It
obviously you're not going to find anything.
no. No, the thing that I heard about the other day, it was a more or less real-time translation Bluetooth earpiece,
Yes, I have heard about that.
and there's no telling as to whether or not they're actually going to bother making the damn thing.
Um, I do believe that it's based on Google Translate. So,
Hmm, we'll see.
so I do believe Google Translate had a real-time translation
Okay.
algorithm they had worked out.
But yeah, I saw that. I saw one thing on it on Facebook, and I went and looked it up, and they're like unconfirmed. And it apparently even by trying to contact the site itself, they still aren't getting anything. They aren't getting any response from them.
Google I/O is their big annual hangout. It takes place in May.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe it was announced there.
Okay.
That's where they announced the Google Dream headset, VR
Mm-hmm.
headset.
But yeah, this was just a little earpiece that you stuck in and activated it as far as what language it was supposed to translate from and to,
Yeah.
and it would translate automatically as you spoke to somebody.
Yes. Um, Waverly Pilot.
Yeah, the pilot. That was it. As I said, it looks like an awesome idea if they ever actually go into production for it. Because one of the
Yes.
hardest things has always been,
To
um,
break into production.
well, to break the language barrier. One of the
Oh, they've
hardest
already
things
done
between
that.
people is to break the language barrier, and when most people do not speak the language that you speak, it could be really helpful for getting certain things across.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
I'm obliged to say this as an American after Trump got elected. The rest of the world speaks English. Why should we learn anything else?
oh man,
Yeah,
you're gonna
I
get
always
us in
thought it was.
trouble.
Yeah, well, I always thought it was sad that you can see video from overseas of people who have never left their home country, who have no reason to speak English, who speaks better English than a lot of the people who live in the United States, where English is the official language.
Mm-hmm. I know. That's just the way it is some days.
Yes. Oh well. Oh well. Nothing to be done about it though.
No. Of course, Becky found this one thing a couple weeks ago. It was apparently a collar that you fit to your cat that translates what their meows mean.
I'm going to kill you. Just wait until I'm going to kill you.
Pretty
Where's my
much.
Where's my food? Leave me alone. I'm going to kill you.
Yep. I think they may have toned it down a little bit, but yeah, that was pretty much what what it
Oh,
was
yeah,
getting to.
they probably replaced kill with love, and now people are going to think cats are the most adorable animals on the planet.
You're assuming they didn't already.
Well, I know I told you about it. The joke, God made cats for the nature's perfect killing machine,
And then made
and they
them
made
8 pounds and made it so that humans would want to pick them up and cuddle them. Yeah,
yes,
the reason why cats are always pissed off.
yes. Hmm. All right. Well, changing to something else since you can't find anything on Facebook.
Go ahead.
You know the company Harman Kardon. I'm assuming it's Harman Kardon. Like there can't be too many companies named Harman to start with. Uh,
I cannot say that I do.
they make electronics, usually mid to high range electronics.
Okay.
Um, Generally seen in cars, guitar amplifiers, things like that.
Okay.
Uh, Samsung purchased them.
Samsung purchased them.
Yes, Samsung with the exploding phone purchased one of the bigger car audio and specialty audio companies.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. $8 billion, I think. $6 billion. Yeah, $8 billion purchase.
Okay.
So yeah, the problem was with the sevens couldn't have hurt Samsung too bad if they're doing that.
Nissan Blade Glider. Yes, I finally
Okay.
found it. I just couldn't leave it alone.
Uh huh. You don't have an obsessive personality at all.
No, of course not. Are you monitoring the chat?
No. Are you?
Yes,
Okay. Then why did you ask me?
because I just posted a link there. But it's an electric three-seater.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't notice my camera had drifted to one side.
Ah, actually, it's probably more you drifting to one side than the camera.
I didn't notice I had drifted in my camera to one side.
Ah, yes.
But that'll never get made.
Yeah, I know. Now that they've told the world about it, it can't get made anymore.
No, it'll never get made because look at the glass design.
Oh yeah, I know. It's completely. It's an open canopy, which is just
No,
inherently crazy.
you could cap that off. You could close that off. The glass design will make it too expensive to produce.
Oh yeah,
Nobody would
that
be able to
that
buy.
that heavy curve and really bad rake on the front glass.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
I
Could
mean
you
they took it
imagine
around.
trying to get that replaced?
Oh, I had a Honda Civic. Remember, those things have like an acre and a half of windshield.
Yeah, I know. I know.
I mean, when you want to call in a work crew to clean the inside of your windshield,
Mm-hmm.
but no, it's the curve of the side glass is what
Yeah.
causes it never to get made.
Yeah, that too. All that glass is just so curved. It's too curved, unfortunately.
Yeah, if they squared off the glass a bit and they redesign the front end, as it is, people are going to look at it. That's an awesome car, but then they never buy it.
No, because it would be entirely too expensive to repair the thing.
Yeah. And have you scrolled down to see how the doors open?
Yeah, I know. They're scissored
Suicide
gull
gull wings.
wings. Yeah,
Suicide
suicide
gull wings.
scissored gull wings. It's like, what the hell?
This looks like something you would see in a Universal Studios movie.
Yes, it really does. Those aren't
And this is
doors,
not.
those are air brakes. You want to slow down real quick? You just toss these things out and you slow down.
It's also apparently a sport only vehicle. It's an electric vehicle, and it comes with 4 point safety harnesses.
Yeah,
And it'll never go over in America because the seats hug the sides and the legs of the driver and passengers.
yeah. Which means they'll actually be digging into the sides and the legs of a lot of drivers and passengers.
Yes, overflow is not something you want in your seat, especially if it's you overflowing your seat.
That's it. Looks like a cool design, but it'll never get made.
Yeah. We are far more likely to see an electric van or a fuel cell vehicle
Yeah,
before we see this.
I know.
But yeah, this concept, that front windscreen is most likely not glass.
Hmm.
It is probably polycarb.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yep.
And yes, I'm still the only person watching since Jay left.
Yeah. Okay, tell me the process again on that Baghdad battery variant that you were talking about.
Now, it's not a Baghdad battery variant.
You know what I mean.
It's, well, normal battery. You have the plates and the electrolyte.
Hmm.
Energy stored is a chemical change in the electrolyte.
Yeah.
They found out using steel and brass, if they anodized the steel and brass using what they called common household chemicals, but if those are common household chemicals, you're probably on a watch list somewhere.
Yeah.
It stored the energy physically like a capacitor does. Had about half the energy density of a lead acid battery, pretty much shared the rest of the characteristics with a lead acid, except it could be charged and discharged like a supercapacitor.
Hmm.
So, where a standard lead acid battery has a set discharge rate, a set recharge rate. You try to charge it too fast, your battery's going to overheat, generate hydrogen, and explode,
Yeah.
which is not good for the inside of the engine compartment or the terrified mechanic who just had a battery explode in his face. Although everybody else in the shop laughs at him. Seen it happen. Yes.
You've been one of the laughers, haven't you?
Yes. Just put the battery on the charger, it'll be fine. Is it charging? I don't know. Let me look over. It's getting awful. Bang! Yes. You gotta find your entertainment somewhere.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah, this thing's capable of discharging like a supercapacitor.
Hmm.
So when you can dump 60 or 70% of your energy in less than a minute, and you've got an energy storage capacity about half that of a lead acid.
Okay.
So you get a good sized lead acid, 12 volt, 1600 amp hours. I'm just throwing a number out there. I don't know if it's actually 1600.
Hmm.
One of these steel brass batteries would have 12 volts, maybe 800 amp hours. Comparable weight, comparable size. Its recharge rate means you could fully charge it back up from discharge in 5 minutes, as opposed to 20 to 30 for a lead acid.
Okay.
You know, keeping in mind that's what I gleaned from the articles about it. I actually did download the article about it directly from the website behind the paywall. and I never bothered to read it.
Hmm.
I don't even remember. Is it this one? Ah, yes. It was Vanderbilt University in Nashville is the ones who did it.
Okay.
So it was a college project basically.
Mm-hmm.
Carbon steel, 1010. Yellow brass, which is 67% copper, 33% zinc. Ultrasonically clean. The preparation, the anodizing process creates iron oxide nanorods on the steel samples. That's what
Okay.
actually stores the energy.
Yeah.
Um, I'm not going to bother trying to. Okay, the copper oxide nanothorns. So you have nanorods on the iron oxide and nanothorns on the copper oxide
Mm-hmm.
on the brass.
Yeah.
So yeah, the experimental methods are outlined in the paper.
Mm-hmm.
This is a good battery for stationary applications.
Yeah.
You get Elon Musk, you get his solar roof, you fill a room up in your basement with these, and you're gonna be set.
Yeah.
Because they'll actually take a charge from solar panels better than lead acid batteries will.
Yeah. You'll have less loss.
Well, it's not the loss. You have pretty much the same loss as far as I can tell.
Yeah, but they'll be able to take the full charge as quickly as as your panels can give it to it.
Yes, they also mean you don't have to build as much overage because they can discharge for high demand appliances as quickly as they need to.
Yeah.
So currently, you build a solar system, you have to overbuild your battery setup for your power drain.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't, you're going to try to drain the batteries and you're going to pull more power than they can supply at once. You're going to get thermal load, you're going to boil off electrolyte. You might trip a breaker, blow a fuse,
Yeah.
or just have a voltage shortage.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yep.
yeah. They're also not as hideously expensive as lithium ion batteries are.
Yeah.
And steel and brass are not internationally trade controlled items like lithium is.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not toxic like lithium is, or cadmium.
And they don't eat through airplanes.
Yeah, yeah. Lithium's not good for aluminum at
No.
all. Well, yeah, they're being compared to Baghdad batteries for some reason. I'm not quite sure why. Possibly because Baghdad batteries used steel brass. I don't know.
From what I remember, Baghdad batteries used zinc and copper.
Yeah, they
No,
weren't
iron
standard
copper.
lead.
Iron
Yeah,
copper.
that's probably why. It's because they use brass and steel
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to iron and copper.
Yeah. They used
So I
iron,
suppose,
copper, and probably some sort of lemon juice or some citrus juice.
yeah, yeah, iron rods surrounded by a copper cylinder.
Mm-hmm. That sounds about right.
Yeah, I looked it up. Yeah,
So technically, any electrolyte would do, just along because
yeah.
the energy is being stored inside the material, not in the electrolyte.
Well, electrolytes are usually used because once they're biased towards alkaline or, and this could be just me talking out my ass. I actually don't know. Electrolytes are generally used as either alkaline or acid because once you're shifting towards one end of the pH, it's easier to shift further away from center or towards center. I forget which way it goes. I think it goes towards center.
Mm-hmm.
So alkaline batteries become more acidic as they charge, and acid batteries become more alkaline as they charge. But again, I could be completely wrong on that. I'm not a chemist. My knowledge of batteries comes from laughing at people who have them explode.
No, I always thought that it was the stripping of electrons in the electrolyte that actually allowed a battery to work.
Yeah, which is going either more acid or more alkaline, depending on which side the electrons are on.
Um, I do believe that acidic basically means too many electrons.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Alkaline batteries are usually discharge only, while acid batteries are charge recharge.
Yeah.
Apparently, these steel brass batteries
Mm-hmm.
use zero point zero 0.05 M. They don't actually give a unit measurement here. Awesome. Well, if this was a college paper, that would have failed them right there. 0.05 M NH4F and 3% volume of water with ethylene glycol.
Actually, that makes sense.
The M, I'm taking milliliters.
Molarity.
Okay. You're the one with the chemical treatment, not
Yeah.
the chemical courses, right?
NH4F.
Yes.
Uh,
Drawing a blank on it.
nitrogen, hydrogen, fluorine.
Fluoride,
Yeah.
probably. Ammonium fluoride.
Yeah, it would be ammonium fluoride.
Yeah. So Wikipedia, what's its pH? Molar mass 37.037 grams per mole, or G per mole. I'm assuming
Mm-hmm.
grams. I'm gonna make up a lot of assumptions. I know it makes an ass out of people, but
No,
hey,
it's okay. You're actually getting that right.
yeah. Acid salt, so it's acid.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a steel brass acid battery. So
Mm-hmm.
call it a steel acid battery.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you want to run this for an hour or stop now since we're just over 49 minutes?
We can go ahead and stop now, since it's our first
Okay.
time. Okay. I hope
Well, just let
everybody enjoys watching this. I should have it up in a little bit. We should be back next week talking more tech from whatever's happened in the world.
yeah, we got to start with new tech considering the Cubs won. Apparently, the entire history of telecommunications took place between Cubs victories.
Yes. Although I really don't believe that.
1908. So any telecommunications developed before 1908 is
Okay, what would you
rhetoric.
call semaphore telegraphy? Wireless semaphore telegraphy. Would you call that telecommunications?
It's more messaging to telecommunications.
Okay.
Because
I can agree with the distinction. I just know that they had wireless semaphore telegraphy back in Napoleon's age.
yes, but you had limited range on it, and you sent messages one way, and they had to be decoded. You couldn't broadcast anything.
Well, technically you did, but it was a relay system. So yeah. Okay. Everybody have a good day. And we'll see you later. Bye.